And the 2-2 pitch is on its way. Check swing down the first base line, just foul. Misses by about 2 inches. Got to be defensive there with 2 strikes in the right-handed batter's box. Little check swing almost found daylight in right field, but just foul. Count holds it out still at 2-2. Casino, the second baseman, leading off tonight for Medina Valley. Martinez delivers the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. No go, full count. Casino almost chased that high strike. Appeal down, palms down at first base. Full count to the leadoff batter. Top of the first. Martinez twirls that softball around, now gets set. And the payoff pitch to Casino. That's lifted in the right field. Vasquez makes the play, but it's foul ball. She lets it get away from her. Tried a sliding catch there in foul ball territory, but could not hold on to it.
Foul ball for Casino. The count will remain full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
So we'll replay full count once again. Second time Casino tried to go opposite field. Vasquez gave it a try out there, but just could not bring it in foul ball territory. So the payoff pitch once again. Ground ball to the third baseman. Stelzic over the diamond, and a good throw to Rodriguez for the putout. You're scoring at home. That's 5-3 for putout number 1.
The shortstop to the batter's box. She wears number 1, Eliana.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, Aliana Salazar. Another right-handed batter for the Panthers. Good play by Stelzic. A long throw across the diamond to Rodriguez for the out. From right to left for Harlandale, it's Dominguez, Valero, Vasquez. From first to third, Rodriguez, Salazar, Dominguez, Stelzic. Salazar in there for the Panthers. Backed her off. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Katie Burris waits on deck for the Panthers. Martinez taking a long time in between pitches. The 1-0 pitch. Bunt foul back out of play.
Side bunts that foul. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. One's wild. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Number 1 at the plate. Take 4 aces. Martinez stares in, gets a sign from Garza. And the 1-1 pitch. That ball is lifted to the right field. And wow, Vasquez was there and it went off the heel of her glove. That's going to be an error on Vasquez. She was right there, tracked it down, but it went off the heel of her glove. So Salazar reaches on an error. E9 if you're scoring at home. That's going to bring up Katie Burris, the first baseman.
Eliana Salazar will reach on an error. The Medina Valley Panthers have a base runner on and 1 away. Katie Burris steps into the batter's box.
First time she stepped in the batter's box a week ago, she deposited over the left center field fence for a 3-run shot. Open stance. Garza sets up outside, way outside, and it is outside. Oh, I got the corner. No balls and 1 strike. Boy, Martinez will live there if the umpire keeps giving her that call. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Salazar at first reached on an error. Outside set up again is Garza. That one is too far outside. Evens the count in 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. Panthers bat here in the top of the first. Janelle Martinez with a long look in once again. And the 1-1 pitch is out away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's high and out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. The batter is Katie Burris. 1 away. Panthers with a base runner at first.
Salazar is your runner at first. Now Martinez backs back off the rubber. Now got his toe back on it. And the 2-1 pitch. Right down the middle, swing and a miss. That was the pitch Katie was looking for. Just swung over the top of it. Evens the count now at 2-2. Madison Guerrero waits on deck for the Panthers. Salazar at first. The 2-2 pitch to Burris. Strike call. That's a backwards K. That's a strikeout looking for out number 2.
Out number 2.
That's going to bring up the third baseman, Madison Guerrero.
First base now with 2 outs. Madison Guerrero, the third baseman, will step into the batter's box.
Salazar at first now with 2 outs. Guerrero with a real open stance. Bat rests on her shoulder. First pitch to Guerrero is a ground ball past the second baseman in the center field. Base hit. Salazar will hold it. Second base.
Well, that a base hit for Madison Guerrero. Eliana Salazar holds at second, so the Panthers with runners at first and second. 2 outs.
2 out single for Guerrero. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Aubrey Dominguez.
Right fielder now batting.
Another right-handed batter in the lineup for the Panthers. Runners now at second and third, Salazar and Guerrero respectively. Martinez first pitch to Dominguez is a strike called, no balls and 1 strike. If you've just joined us, the Panthers are batting in the top of the first. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Dominguez with a 0-1 count. And the 0-1 pitch, and that ball is lifted in the infield. Second baseman Salazar goes in the right field and makes the catch. Fly out after 4 if you're scoring at home for out number 3 for the Panthers in that inning. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left on base. After half an inning, Medina Valley 0, Harlandale coming to bat. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Trista Miller in the circle for the Panthers. Hayden Renslow behind the plate. From first to third, Burris at first, Casino at second, Salazar at shortstop, and Guerrero at third. From right to left, Upton, Gonzalez, and and who do we have in right field? Aubrey Dominguez, excuse me.
Winning pitcher just a week ago here at Frank had a conflict against the Cowboys. Tristan Miller in the pitching circle for Medina.
So for the Indians, they'll send to the plate Valero, Dominguez, Rodriguez. 1, 2, 3 in the lineup. Valero will lead off, center fielder for the Indians. So the top three, Valero, Dominguez, Rodriguez. Middle three, Martinez, Vasquez, Salazar. Bottom three, Stelzic, Prieto, and Garza. And Valero steps in there for the first batter for the Indians tonight. First pitch is a strike called. No balls and one strike.
Looks basically, Maury, almost like the same lineup she went with last Tuesday. I can't tell who the outfielders are.
The only difference is Kennedy is not in left field. Upton is in left field. Gonzalez is in center, and Dominguez is in right field.
I got you. There you go. Okay.
1-1 now is to count as Valero steps in for the Indians.
I know this weekend they played in the Jordanton tournament, and she had several different lineups.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So I was curious to see how she was going to go defensively in the next district game.
Infield's the same
Infield's the same.
as the
Right.
previous district game last Tuesday.
Oh, the other change is that Miller's
in the circle. The 1-0-1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and put out 2-3 for the final out. A strikeout if you're scoring at home for out number 1. 2-3 put out as the ball hit in the dirt. That's going to bring up Juliana Dominguez, the shortstop.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, Juliana Dominguez.
Juliana, a left-handed batter here for Harlandale. First pitch, paints the outside corner for strike 1.
Stuff on you there, Maury. You had to wait for the umpire to raise that
A
hand.
little delayed there.
That's a good umpire. I mean, that's a sign of a good umpire. Pause, make sure you know the call, then make the call.
The 0-1 pitch is high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
High and outside to Juliana, 1 ball, 1 strike, her count 1 away. Nobody on for the Indians.
First baseman Ashton Rodriguez waits on deck. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Guerrero playing about 3/4 down the line at third base. Burris is behind the first base. The 2-1 pitch to the lefty is ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
And inside to Juliana, brings the count to
After
3
a
balls
first
and
pitch strike, 3 straight balls. See if Miller can come back here. 3-1, outside corner, 3-2. Full count, payoff pitch coming. See if Miller can complete this comeback. The 3-2 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove.
Dominguez, strike 3, out number 2 for the Indians, and that'll bring to the plate the first baseman, number 13, Ashlyn Rodriguez.
Ashlyn Rodriguez, the first baseman, now up for the Indians. The pitcher, Janelle Martinez, waits in the circle on deck. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. First pitch, foul back. No balls and 1 strike. Miller has thrown the first strike pitch to all 3 batters so far. I like the way Trista just gets up there and gets ready. The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss or a changeup. No balls and 2 strikes. See if Miller can strike out the side here. Pitcher's pitch, 0-2. Working around the plate. And the pitch. Oh, just got a little bit of it. Rodriguez stays alive. No balls and 2 strikes.
Ashlyn Rodriguez fouls off the pitch, no balls, 2 strikes, her count. 2 away, nobody on here, the bottom of the first inning.
Rodriguez back in. Miller back on the rubber, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes out the side, 1-2-3 for Miller. In that inning, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We're through one scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Up then Tristan Miller and Mackenzie Kennedy.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Panthers. Upton, Miller, and Kennedy. Upton in left field tonight for Medina Valley. Panthers another right-handed batter up at the plate. Not too many lefties in the whole lineup for the Panthers. Even on the bench, not too many left-handed batters. Janelle Martinez back in the circle. Savannah Garza back behind the plate. The first pitch is a strike called. No balls and one strike to Upton as she leads off for the Panthers here in the top of the second. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Dominguez fields it. The throw over, and the bounce throw scooped by Rodriguez. Dominguez to Rodriguez for the put out. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. For out number one.
Good play by the first baseman there. Saved extra bases.
Absolutely. As Dominguez got rid of it quick, Rodriguez with a good scoop. Pitcher Tristan Miller now steps to the plate for Medina Valley. Pitcher matchup here. Martinez delivers the pitch. And it's a strike called right off the inside part of the plate. No balls and one strike. One out here in top of the second, scoreless ball game. No balls and one strike to Miller, and Martinez delivers, and that's high, 1-1.
Leading off the ball game for the Indians, the center fielder, number 3.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Martinez with a long stare into Garza. And the 1-1 pitch. That's lifted foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Mr. Miller fouls off the pitch. That'll make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. In the top of the second inning here at Frank Empton Complex.
Miller getting some encouragement from Coach Wintello at third base. Garza set up outside. The 0-1 pitch is a ground ball to the second baseman, Salazar. Salazar over to Rodriguez at first for the put out. For out number 2. For the 3 if you're scoring at home. Third ground out for the Panthers.
Bring to the plate the catcher now, Mackenzie Kennedy.
The extra player now at the plate for the Panthers, Mackenzie Kennedy. Catcher Renslow waits on deck for the Panthers. 2 outs here in the top of the second. First pitch to Kennedy is lifted foul out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Last Tuesday night here, Mackenzie was in left field. She's the extra player this evening, as Upton is in left field for the Panthers tonight. Martinez delivers the 0-1 pitch, and that's lifted down the first base line. Will be out of play. Hits on top of the Panther dugout. Kennedy now in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes.
Tell you what, Mario, I'm going to have to put my jacket on every so often. I get a nice little breeze coming through that window. It's kind of chilly out there.
I have mine closed.
Little chilly out there.
Kennedy steps in the 0-2 pitch. That's foul back in the screen. The count holds it. No balls and 2 strikes. Three ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout so far. The 5 outs committed by the Panthers. Kennedy fouled off the first 0-2 pitch. And here's the second. That ball is lifted foul once again. Count still holds at no balls and 2 strikes. See which one blinks first, Martinez or Kennedy here. Got a good battle going on. McKenzie taking a little time out of the box. Now steps back in. Martinez back in the circle. And the 0-2 pitch. Way outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tried to see if Mackenzie Kennedy would chase after that one. Nothing doing.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Mackenzie Kennedy batting.
Renslow waits on deck. Should Kennedy keep inning number 2 going here for the Panthers? Bats though with 2 outs, down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martinez delivers. Line drive into center field. A good hit. Good solid contact for Kennedy.
A base hit for Mackenzie.
A 2-out single for the Panthers.
On with 2 outs. Bring to the plate.
Panthers with 2 hits tonight. Both of them with 2 outs. Going to bring up the catcher, Hayden Renslow. Kennedy fell behind in the count 0-2, fouled off 2 0-2 pitches, and then drove a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch right by the shortstop into center field. First pitch to Renslow is a strike called over the outside corner. Garcia right on the outside corner, wanted that pitch right there, and Martinez delivered it. The 0-1 pitch to Renslow. Swing and a miss, no balls and 2 strikes. Change of speed pitch there. Renslow a little bit ahead of that pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes account. 2 outs, and you have Panthers with the runner at first.
No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kennedy is your runner at first. Scoreless ball game. Top of the second. Garza setting up a little outside once again. The 0-2 pitch is high, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Good job of laying off that pitch by Renslow. She gave her the rise ball with 0-2, kept it out of the strike zone. And what is she batting, the 9 hole or the 10 hole?
9 hole. The 1-2 pitch. A shot in between the hole, in between short and third for another 2-out single. Third hit of the ball game now for the Panthers. Good contact, Jeff, by the number 8-9 hitters. And both of them with 2 strike pitches. Both of them with a base hit with a 1-2 count.
Good at bats.
Going to move back to the top of the order. Gabby Casino. Gabby is 0 for 1. She grounded out to the third baseman to start the ball game off.
Probably have a courtesy runner here for the catcher, Renslow.
And I can't see the number. Can you, Jeff?
No.
Turn 2 to get out of the inning.
That could be Jazzy. That could be Jazzy Salazar.
23? I'm not sure.
Roland got
But we have a courtesy runner for Renslow.
We got a courtesy runner for the catcher, Hayden Renslow, and looks like number 23 on the jersey. That would be Jasmine Salazar.
So it looks like Jasmine Salazar will be the courtesy runner at first for Renslow. Back to the top of the order with Casino. Gabby had a great night just a week ago here as the Panthers' top 4 batters only come to the plate 4 times and made 3 outs total.
Well, I know this is early in the game, but you got your 8 and 9 hole hitters on base, and your bases, and you're back up to the top of the order. This could be a very big at bat.
Absolutely. When both your 8 and 9 hitters fought off no balls and 2 strikes, and then 1 ball and 2 strikes with the base hits. First pitch to Casino is a strike called. I think Gabby was looking for something a little different than that little rise ball there, little fastball right over the heart of the plate. No balls and 1 strike to the leadoff batter for the Panthers. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to third, just foul. As Stelzick kept that one from going into the outfield, but in foul ball territory. Now, the 3rd batter in a row now, Martinez has had no balls and 2 strikes. The previous 2 fought off and singled on 1-2 counts.
So you would think she may come back with that rise ball here.
Well, and she did that 2 times in a row, try to go away from the right-handed batter with
I
a
think
0-2
it's probably
count.
going to be something away. So if I was Cancino, I'd be looking, something hard away.
The 0-2 pitch.
There it was.
It's swing and a miss. So after back-to-back singles, a strikeout ends the inning for the Panthers. For Medina Valley in the inning, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on base. After 1.5 were scoreless, Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at CastrovilleStateBank.com.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the bottom of the second. 4-5-6 for the Indians, Martinez, Vasquez, and Salazar. Tristan Miller struck out the side in the first inning for Medina Valley. Now we have a pitcher versus pitcher matchup here, Miller versus Martinez, as we head to the bottom of the second. Guerrero respecting the power of Martinez as she is back behind the bag at first base, trying to rob Martinez of extra bases. She slapped one down the third base line. First pitch is a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Martinez steps back in. And the 1-0 pitch is a strike called, 1 ball and 1 strike. Got that strike called in on the hands on Martinez.
Second strikeouts for Harlandale.
The 1-1 pitch is a ball low inside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
11 inside for ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Janelle Martinez, the Harlandale pitcher, is batting.
Miller with the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
She took a rip at that one.
Swung right over the top of that one. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez, the pitcher, leads off here for the Indians in the second. Scoreless ball game. The 2-2 pitch. Rise ball. Ball 3. Full count.
And out of the strike zone.
Rosa Vasquez, the right fielder, waits in the circle for the Indians. Martinez steps back in, awaiting the payoff pitch, and it's on its way. That ball is lifted foul out of play down the third base line. Count holds it full. Wow, we only have 1 softball. We're waiting for it to come back in play.
Maybe she wanted that one. The seams felt good.
There you go. Full count pitch now to Martinez. Swing and a miss. 4 batters, 4 strikeouts.
Strike 3, out number 1 for the Indians. That'll bring to the plate now the right.
Out number 1 in the second. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Rosa Vasquez. Panthers playing pretty regular depth all around the field, infield and the outfield. First pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Angela Salazar, the second baseman, waits on deck for the Indians as they bat here in the second. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is lifted foul back into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. Renslow gets the signal, and the 0-2 pitch is way high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And out of the strike zone for ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Rosa Velasquez, the right fielder, batting.
Vasquez digs in the box. The 1-2 pitch. That's lifted right behind second baseman. Casino makes the play.
Gabby Casino.
Running to the right over to second baseman for the put out. F4 if you're scoring at home for out number 2.
Tell you what, that's a good play because they're both expecting a collision there behind second base. And they were able to avoid each other, and Casino was able to concentrate and make the play. So
Yeah, Gabby was able to step over Salazar. She was trying to make a play on the ball as well. That's going to bring up Angela Salazar for the Indians, their second baseman. First pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, we're scoreless. The 1-0-1 pitch is a ball inside. Upton framed that one, but could not get the call.
it's actually Renslow, isn't it?
Oh, I mean Renslow, yes. Upton is in left field.
They do alternate.
Renslow tried to frame that one and didn't get the inside pitch called. They've been given that inside strike. Might be just a little bit off the black part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Salazar at the plate, swings and fouls it right back at me and Jeff. If we'd have had a fishing net, we probably could have caught that one. Well, we could have made an attempt at it anyway.
I was going to say, nowadays I need a big fishing net.
Well, they make them pretty big. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the second. Second baseman at the plate. And the 2-2 pitch backs her off. Full count.
Going inside, well, field the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Angela Salazar.
The third baseman, Stelzik, waits on deck. Should Salazar keep inning number 2 alive here for the Indians? And the payoff pitch is outside, ball 4.
And outside, ball 4 to Angeles on the side. The Indians have a base runner.
First base runner of the night for the Indians comes with 2 outs in the second.
Third baseman Jordan Stelzick.
I'm going to ring up number 22, Jordan Stelzick, the third baseman for the Indians. See how Miller reacts now with her first runner on base. First pitch to Stelzick is a ball low.
It's probably a good time to calm her down a little bit.
1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner at first.
Looks like her and Rinslow may have a communication problem with the signs, so she was trying to get that straight. But, that's one of those things. She took it upon herself as a senior to kind of change something.
That ball is lifted foul, out of play. Back behind us.
Don't just go keep getting back on the circle, or don't just go keep getting back on the mound and things aren't working right. Change the situation.
Absolutely.
That's what Miller did.
Base runner on. We're in the bottom of the second inning.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Salazar, your runner at first. Jordan Stelzick in the square. Lifts that one to the shortstop, over and makes the play for Salazar.
Shortstop, Adriana Salazar for out number 3.
F6 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. In that inning, no runs, no hits. 1 left on base, through 2 were scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
We move to the third, all tied 0-0.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the third. 2, 3, 4 in the lineup for the Panthers. Salazar, Burris, and Guerrero. Panthers have stranded 4 runners on base through 2 innings. Left 2 on in the first and 2 on in the second. Had base runners, but just cannot get the big hit.
Leading off for Medina Valley, Eliana Salazar, the shortstop.
Eliana Salazar is 0 for 1, reached on an error and was stranded at second base in the first inning. Slightly open stands for the shortstop for the Panthers. Martinez back in there in the circle. The first pitch to Salazar is a ball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. See if the Panthers can get a couple more runners on here and get a big hit and jump out in front here. The 1-0 pitch to Salazar. A bunt down the third base line. Stells again. Throw across the diamond in time to Salazar, covering from second base. So 5-4 if you're scoring at home for out number 1.
Katie Burris, the first baseman, go back.
That's going to bring up Katie Burris for the Panthers.
Just bunted that one a little too hard, Maury.
Yep, and a good play by Stelzick. Good play by Salazar, covering first base from the second base spot. Burris is 0 for 1, struck out for out number 2 in the first. Now bats here in the third. Catcher guards are set up way outside, and the pitch is way outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Guerrero waits on deck for the Panthers. Scoreless here in the top of the third. The 1-0 1-0 pitch to Burris. That ball is lifted high and will be back behind the screen out of play. Catcher in the third baseman, Garza and Stelzig run out of room. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the third, Katie Burris is your batter for the Panthers. Janelle Martinez in the circle for the Indians. Her battery mate, Savannah Garza, behind the plate. Long stare in by Martinez. Real deliberate in between pitches. The 1-1 pitch. That ball is lifted into the infield. The second baseman calls it, and Salazar makes the play. F4 if you're scoring at home for the second out of the ball game. That is the second flyout for Panther hitters. That's going to bring up Madison Guerrero. Guerrero single, but was stranded at first base in the first inning, so she is 1 for 1. Martinez delivers. Guerrero pops that one up to the pitcher, Martinez, for the put out. Quick inning for Martinez. F1 if you're scoring at home for out number 3 for the Panthers. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. Through 2.5 we're scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley Athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
$72 months and an additional $1,000 for accessories on every new Chevrolet truck, like a 2020 Colorado Crew Cab posted at $24,999, or the all-new Silverado posted at $29,999. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. The Indians will send to the plate Prieto, Garza, and back to the top of the order with Valero. 8, 9, and 1. 0-0 ball game here in the third.
Read that whenever you get a chance.
Leading off the inning here in the bottom of the third inning, the designated...
Miller back out there for his third inning of work. Rowdy versus Rowdy is your matchup. Renslow remains behind the plate for Medina Valley. The first pitch is a ball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Prieto is the designated player this evening for the Indians. The 1-0 pitch. That ball is lifted over to Burris. Burris makes the play in foul ball territory for the put out. F3 if you're scoring at home for out number 1. Going to bring up the catcher, Savannah Garza. Only one left-handed batter in the lineup for both teams. First pitch to Garza is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Leadoff hitter Valero waits on deck. Scoreless here in the third. The 1-0 pitch is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Miller just held on to that pitch a little too long. Number 9 hitter, Krista. Work on her. The 2-0 pitch is a strike called over the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch is low in the dirt. Good scoop by Renslow. 3 balls and 1 strike. Go back to the top of the order with Valero. The 3-1 pitch to Garza is way outside. Oh, strike called. Wow, I'm a little off centered here, but that sure looked a little bit off the plate, but we'll take that. Full count pitch. Lifted down the third base line. Burris gives chase, but cannot get to it. Count holds it full with 1 out. Number 9 hitter in the lineup, the catcher Savannah Garza. Panthers still playing straight away defensively. A little deep is Casino at second base, right on the grass. The full count pitch, that's lifted foul out of play. Garza hanging tough with full count. Fouled away 2 full count pitches. We'll replay full count for the 3rd time. See if the 3rd time's a charm for Miller. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 2. That's the 5th strikeout of the ball game. Go back to the top of the order with Valero. Valero led off the game with a strikeout for the Indians. Juliana Dominguez waits on deck. Should Valero keep inning number 3 here alive for the Indians? First pitch is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. I think Miller was staring in there long and hard to see if that was a strike. The 1-0 pitch, that's lifted foul out of play. It was the count at 1. And the ball bounces back in play. Comes off the screen, rolls to the backstop and back in play. Little bit of a screen covering the people here in the bleachers back behind home plate to avoid a headache on the foul ball. The 1-1 pitch to Valero, and that backs her off. Spins Valero out of there. 2-1 now is to count with 2 outs in the 3rd. And a 2-1 pitch. And that's a strike call, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bottom of the 3rd, we're scoreless. Miller with the 2-2 pitch. That ball is foul back. We'll see if that one bounces back, and it doesn't get the roll. It stays up top. We'll replay 2-2. As Valero works on the shirt a little bit, now back in. And the 2-2 pitch. That's a swing and a miss. That's a 2nd strikeout for Valero. That's out number 3. We're scoring at home. 6 strikeouts. We're through 3 scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the fourth scoreless. Panthers will send to the plate 5, 6, 7. Dominguez, Upton, and Miller. Dominguez is 0 for 1. She popped out to end inning number 1 to the second baseman, Salazar. Panthers got 2 runners on in the first and second inning, but could not get a big hit to bring any of those 2 runners in. Now we bat here in the fourth scoreless ball game. Janelle Martinez back in the circle for the Indians. Garza back behind the plate. Dominguez, the right fielder, steps in for the Panthers. Ball is lifted foul out of play.
Ball, strike 1 for Aubrey Dominguez. Second plate appearance for Aubrey tonight. She led out to the second baseman in the first inning.
So 1 strike count on Dominguez as she leads off here for the Panthers in the fourth scoreless ball game. Martinez with the stare in. Garza sets up a little off the plate. The 0-1 pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop Dominguez. Dominguez over to Rodriguez, and that time Rodriguez couldn't bail her out as the first ground ball Upton hit at Dominguez. She fielded but bounced it in there. Rodriguez was able to come up with that one, but not this time, as Dominguez will reach on an error on the shortstop. E6 if you're scoring at home. That's the second error tonight committed by the Indians. Kaylee Upton, the left fielder now, she grounded out to the shortstop to lead off inning number 2.
What do you think here, Maury? You try to bunt her over?
I
mean, you're in the fourth inning, top of the fourth.
A run could win it for you.
1 run, you know.
Especially as tough as Miller looks in the circle so far. Only 1 batter over the limit. First pitch is a ball high to Upton. Garza set up a little away. And there's your bunt, Jeff. Third baseman in. Only 1 play to first, and that's not going to be in time.
All right, here you go, Maury. First and second.
So that's an infield single. Good hustle there by Upton. Deadened that ball.
Scored out a base hit for Katie Upton that she beat the...
So runners at first and second, and Jeff, you called it, Medina Valley playing for that run.
Well, and here you go.
Miller now at the plate. Now what do you do? Do you bunt her to get the second and third?
We've had this discussion in baseball and softball and, just about anything, but if you've got runners on first and second with nobody out, the cardinal rule is you bunt them over.
Exactly.
And, a fly ball could win you the ball game. Let's see how it's played.
And she attempted to bunt but pulls away from that high pitch. Miller grounded out to the second baseman for out number 2 in the second inning, so she is 0-4. Panthers, runners at second and third. Dominguez led off, error on the shortstop, and then Upton with a base hit single on a bunt. The 1-0 pitch to Miller. Bunts at it, but pulls it back. 2 balls and no strikes. Neither one of those 2 pitches were even close. So now, Jeff, I'm not going to even bunt here. I may fake the bunt, but I'm going to make her throw you a strike first.
It's still 2-0. Still 2-0. I think the bunt's still on right now. If you go 3-0, I agree. You may take a strike.
Martinez delivers the 2-0 pitch and a swing at it, and it's back out of play. Now, I don't understand that.
That could have been
on her own?
That could have been bad. She must have given her the green light on 2-0. 2-0 is just like 3-1. It's a hitter's pitch. But you've got to be...
if you attempted to bunt, that's a bunter's pitch, too, coming right over the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would think everybody takes a deep breath here, and we go back to bunting.
2 balls and 1 strike, 2 runners on, nobody out. Scoreless here in the 4th. Miller is the batter. Martinez delivers. Now she bunts out, and a great bunt. First baseman with it, and she's not going to get her. That's another infield bunt on a base hit. Miller legging that out for another hit. That's the 5th hit of the ball game. Now we have the bases loaded with Mackenzie Kennedy at the plate.
You know, and that brings up another good point, Maury. They haven't made a play on a bunt yet. Make them throw you out.
Absolutely.
You know, keep bunting until you can make an out. And I'm not saying that right now is that situation. I mean, because you've got other options now. But until they get you out, you keep bunting.
And both bunts were bunted for sacrifice reasons, but with the speed that the 2 runners had, they outrun the play at first base, 2 infield singles, and you're only looking for a sacrifice. So the Panthers have gotten exactly what they needed to get here, have the bases juiced with no outs. Mackenzie Kennedy at the plate. Mackenzie Kennedy fought off a 0-2 count and then singled with a 1-2 count with 2 outs.
Now you got the best of both worlds.
Second.
You've got 1 out. There's only the worst thing that can happen. I'm not even going to mention because I'm going to. Oh, there's no outs. No outs. Okay.
No outs.
So even if that happens, double play ball, which I'll say now because there's nobody out, still scores a run if it's a traditional double play.
It's going to be hard to turn a double play on second and first with.
Although they are moved in.
Well, with Kennedy at the plate now with a drawn in infield, a single already in the game for Mackenzie.
I'd let her swing away here.
Absolutely. The first pitch from Martinez, and that's a ground ball to short.
There you go.
Shortstop bobbles it and throws it away. An error on the shortstop. And they're going to send home Upton, and she will score.
So that's a fielder's choice.
That's actually an error.
That's a fielder's choice with an error.
Yes.
Yes.
So Kennedy going after the first pitch, hits a shot at the shortstop.
With an RBI.
With an RBI. She drives it in a run.
Yeah, because, you know, the shortstop really had only 1 play after she bobbled it. She had to play at third base, and then she kind of second-guessed that and threw it away. So you got the fielder's choice with an RBI, and then the throwing error scores the other run.
The unearned run. So the Panthers with runners at the corners now with 2 runs across.
Still nobody out. Here's a thought right here now, Maury. I don't know. This is Renslow. I'm not sure how she's batting this season.
Well, on the pitch that got away from the catcher now, the Panthers move up to second and third.
Right.
But as Kennedy swipes a base.
I'm almost tempted here, Maury. I don't know what Renslow's average is, but you got your 9-hole hitter here. Why not bunt? Put the pressure on the defense still.
She's swinging a good bat, though, so far tonight. Had a good hit with 2 strikes on her previous at bat.
True.
That pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Leadoff batter Casino waits on deck for the Panthers.
A bunt down either line will probably get you another run home.
Yeah, you have Miller at third.
But there's still nobody out. So,
Kennedy
here again, you can swing away. Fly ball scores a run.
Yes. The 2-0 pitch. That shot is hit back behind the second baseman. First baseman cannot get it.
Not sure what the first baseman was looking at.
Wow.
She stopped like she was going to run into the coach or something.
I think Rodriguez was looking to see if Salazar was going to make that play, which Salazar had a lot longer run. That ball falls in foul ball territory, though. 2 balls and 1 strike now. As Renslow step back in. Base hit already in the ball game for Renslow. See if she can get another big hit here and drive in a couple more runs for the Panthers. Get some insurance runs here in the 4th. The 2-1 pitch. Squares around the bunt. A great bunt. Only 1 play to first. And she's going to drop the ball as Martinez threw a rocket there as Salazar was covering second. And that got on Salazar quick. And I'm not too sure.
Is injured.
She's injured. So Martinez rifled that short throw.
Yeah, so there's going to be an error, and it's got to be on Salazar at second base covering at first, because I think what happened was there was a collision with her and Renslow, It'll go as a sacrifice, though. A sacrifice with an RBI and then an error on top of it, because we did score the extra run.
So Kennedy now comes in and scores along with Miller. 4-0 now is your new score as the coach is out there checking on Salazar. And I think she's going to stay in the ball game. So she shakes that off.
Isn't that how you score it, Maury?
Yes.
It's a sacrifice with an RBI, an error, because the second run scored.
Right.
So, but more importantly, Maury, it's 4-0, and there's 0 outs.
And you have a runner at first in Renslow. Casino now back to the top of the order. Gabby is 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a strikeout. 2 singles and 3 big errors so far here in the fourth as the defense is unraveling here for the Indians. Casino takes the first pitch high. 1 ball and no strikes.
Casino 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to the third baseman, struck out in the second inning.
Martinez delivers the 1-0 pitch to Gabby. And that is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Snap throw down to first. Rodriguez applies the tag, but Renslow standing up back at first. 2 balls and no strikes now to Casino. As the Panthers bat here in the fourth, have put up a crooked number already, a 4 spot. 3 errors and 2 singles. And that ball is lifted foul out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike.
See the balls back to pitch. 2 balls, 1 striker count.
Gabby steps back in. Martinez gets the sign from Garza. And the 2-1 pitch is on its way. That backs Gabby off. 3 balls and 1 strike. Aliana Salazar waits on deck for the Panthers. Nobody out. 4 runs across. Runner at first. And the 3-1 pitch. That's way outside and high. Ball 4.
Strike zone to Gabriel Casino. A walk. Runners at first and second now. For Medina Valley, no pass. And that'll bring to the plate Ileana Salazar.
That's the first walk issued by Martinez tonight as we're in the fourth. Salazar is 0 for 2. Reached on an error by the right fielder and then grounded out to the third baseman. Looking for her first time. And that gets it away from the catcher. Catcher can't find it. Garza can't find it. Now she finally finds it. As Stelzic came in from third base, pointing where the ball was at. Garza finally found it, but the Panthers move up 60 feet each. Casino now stands at second. Renslow at third. 1 ball is the count on Salazar. Panthers looking to bust this game wide open here in the fourth. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded by the first baseman as she's playing in. A base hit. 2 runs will score. Throw to home, not in time. And a slide in on the throw to home by Salazar. So that's a single 2 RBI for Salazar as she drives in Casino and Renslow. 6-0 now is your score.
Gabby Casino and Hayden Renslow.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change, Maury.
6 hits now.
And we don't have anybody sponsoring the pitching changes this year.
Nope.
So we're going to go ahead and you know what? Why don't you go ahead and
read the Shot and Bowl.
Read our Shot and Bowl advertisement here.
The folks from Slatten Bowl at Decock Farms.
That's easy for you to say.
Yes, it is. Invite you out this weekend to enjoy Belgian sausage on a bun, fresh cut fries with their homemade andalouse sauce, or a Belgian waffle with strawberries, whipped cream, and a Belgian chocolate drizzle. They've got lawn games and a pretty cool playground to keep you and the kids entertained. Open Thursday through Saturday, 5 p.m. till 11 p.m. Check out SlattenBowl.com or their Facebook page to see upcoming live music events and public events. If you're looking to host an event on your own, consider Shotzi's Barn and Barnyard. It's got some good old-fashioned rustic charm with lots of fresh air. They'd be honored to celebrate life's best moments with you at Slatten Bowl at Decock Farms. And do we have a new pitcher?
I don't think we had a pitching change. I don't know what she changed.
I think that's Martinez back in the circle.
Looks like she just had a timeout. Timeout to talk to everybody again.
Trying to settle down the troops, and that's a shot lifted into center field. Center fielder Valero under it and makes the play for out number 1. F8 if you're scoring at home for out number 1. That's going to bring up Madison Guerrero, the third baseman. Madison is 1 for 2, a single in the first, and flew out for out number 3 into third. So she is 1 for 2. Bats with a runner at second and Salazar. Ground ball in the hole in between short and third. Salazar will hold up at third.
That ball was hit so hard, Maury, that we couldn't score from second base, and Coach Monteo did a great job there holding her up. I think that was a no-brainer.
No, absolutely. Dominguez got that ball in a hurry from left field. But now you have runners at the corners. R.B. Dominguez at the plate. Dominguez started off this whole fiasco, reached on an error by the shortstop, came around and scored the first run for the Panthers. Now bats here with a runner at third and first with 1 out. And the first pitch. And that's going to be fielder's indifference as Guerrero heads to second base. Runners now at second and third for Dominguez. Martinez with the stare in. The 1-strike pitch to Dominguez, and that ball is fouled back. 2 balls, 0-2, no balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Two runners on. No balls and 2 strikes to Dominguez. 1 out. And the 0-2 pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Laying out of the strike zone to Aubrey Dominguez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count 1 away. Runners at second and third for Medina Valley.
Guerrero and Salazar on the bases for Medina Valley. Martinez has Dominguez down 1 ball and 2 strikes. See if Dominguez can battle away. High, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, no, actually called that a strike. Wow, a very late strike called on Dominguez. That's going to be out number 2. Wow.
Called the strike, strike 3 to Aubrey Dominguez, out number 2 for the Panthers. Bring to the plate now, Kaylee Upton.
Kaylee Upton now at the plate. Kaylee is 1 for 2. A ground out and singled and scored the second run for the Panthers. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Panthers 6 runs across here in the 4th. Have 2 runners in scoring position here again. Should Upton get her second hit of this inning. The 0-1 pitch. And that's a shot. That's going to be caught. A running catch by the left fielder Dominguez ends the inning for the Panthers. F7 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. Panthers leave 2. But in that inning, 6 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors, 2 left on base. After 3.5, it's Medina Valley 6, Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Panther softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Panthers put up a crooked number 6 in the top of the 4th and take a 6-0 lead. Harlandale will send to the plate 2-3-4, Dominguez, Rodriguez, and Martinez. Dominguez, the only left-handed batter in the lineup for either team tonight. She is 0 for 1, struck out for out number 2 in the first inning. Now bats here in the 4th. Miller back in there. The first pitch is a foul back. No balls and 1 strike. Miller has faced just 1 batter over the limit through 3.
Amari, going back to Schottenbull, I hear they had a live music last Saturday. So,
yes.
Hey, and make sure if you go out there this weekend and have a brat or sausage, Belgian waffle, or a cold drink, make sure you
tell them where you heard it from.
Let them know that you were watching on MVBN this weekend, and we sure would appreciate it.
The 0-2 pitch, that's lifted up, and it will be out of play. No balls and 2 strikes once again now as Dominguez leads off in the 4th.
Matter of fact, Maury, same goes for Bush's. We just heard from Bush's Fried Chicken. There is another new chicken place in town, but it doesn't compare to Bush's, because Bush's is here with MVBN, and we love our Bush's chicken. So make sure you go by and see Bush's and get you some gizzards or...
Go inside and see the memorabilia they have of the Panthers, all the old Panther.
Oh, yeah.
Inside. Inside.
Yeah, and it's Tender Tuesday tonight. So.
Oh, yes, it is. The 1-2 count. High, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dominguez leads off here for the Indians in the 4th. Trailing Medina Valley 6-0. Righty versus lefty is the matchup, and that's a slap down the third base line foul. Good bat control there by Dominguez.
Just fought it off.
Yes, she did. Fought off a good pitch by Trista. Miller with a lot longer looking than normal. The 2-2 pitch, just low. Full count now.
Strike zone for Juliana Dominguez will fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Hula leads off here at the bottom of the 4th for Harlandale.
And the payoff pitch.
There you
Strike call. That's a backwards K. A strikeout looking for out number 1. That's a second strikeout for Dominguez. That's the 7th strikeout of Indian batters retired by Miller. Aston Rodriguez, the first baseman at the plate. Rodriguez, a strikeout victim in inning number 1. 0 for 1. That ball is lifted in the infield. Trista Miller calls it and makes the play. F1 if you're scoring at home for out number 2. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Janelle Martinez. Janelle is 0 for 1. 0 for 1. Struck out to start off inning number 2. Pitcher versus pitcher is the matchup. Miller won the first battle, and the first pitch is low. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs. 6-0 is your new score in favor of the Panthers. The 1-0 pitch. That ball is ground ball to Guerrero. Guerrero to throw across the diamond to Burris for out number 3. 5-3 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. For the Indians, no runs, no hits, nobody left. We're through 4. Medina Valley 6, Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it? All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at CastrovilleStateBank.com.
Welcome back to Panther softball. We head to the 5th. Medina Valley 6-0. New pitcher in the circle for the Indians. Jordan Stelzick will move in from third base and will take over in the circle. Panthers will send to the plate 7, 8, and 9. Medina Valley sent 11 batters to the plate in inning number 4 and scored 6 runs.
You know, Maury, the Harlandale pitcher did an adequate job. I believe, how many of those runs were actually earned in that last inning?
2.
2 earned runs through 4 innings. And, you know, a lot could be said for the errors that were made in that inning. And, you know, you field 1 or 2 of those bunts and throw them out, and it's a whole different inning also.
So Miller will lead off for the Panthers. Trista is 1 for 2, ground out, singled, and scored a run for the Panthers. First pitch to Miller is a strike call from Stelzick. No balls and 1 strike. Miller leads off here for the Panthers in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch. That backs Miller off. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stelzick stares in. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Line outside for a ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Tristan Miller batting, leading off the top of the 5th.
Kennedy waits on deck for the Panthers. Stelzick delivers the 2-1 pitch. Miller grounds it foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Maury, you know, I'd like to say something about our sponsors also, especially our main sponsor, North Park Chevrolet. What great things they do in our community for our kids and for the people of our community. And if you're looking to buy a vehicle, that is the place in Castroville that you need to go. Give them a chance and give them a shot at whatever and they can get whatever vehicle you want. They've got all kinds of different dealerships. So give North Park Chevrolet a chance and tell them you heard here on Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Trista Miller with a pop-up to the pitcher for out number 1. That's going to bring up Mackenzie Kennedy. Kennedy has reached base both times, a single and reached on an error. Drove in a run, scored a run for the Panthers. Bats here now with 1 out in the 5th. Stelzick delivers, and it's a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. My brother's taking that advice, Jeff, as he bought a brand new Colorado from North Park Chevrolet.
Your brother bought a new vehicle?
Yes, he did.
That is a first. That's great. I guess he told him he heard about him on Medina Valley Broadcast Network too,
yes,
didn't he?
Yes, he did.
All right.
Kennedy fouls that one back out of play.
I keep telling my wife I like those little trucks, the Colorados and the Rangers.
Yep, they're nice.
I like the Rangers too, the Ford version.
No balls and 2 strikes now to Kennedy, 1 out. Renslow waits on deck. Panthers stake to a 6-0 lead. Last time Kennedy got a base hit, she was down 2 strikes in the count. And Stelzik delivers. That pitch is, going to get the outside corner. Strikeout for out number 2. That's going to bring up Hayden Renslow. Renslow a single, reached on an error, drove in a run, scored a run. Two outs now. As Stelzik has sent the first 2 down in order she's faced here. Her first inning of work. And the first pitch to Renslow is low in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Catcher Renslow at the plate as she bats here in the 5th. Stelzik delivers, and that's a shot to short. The shortstop made a backhand catch by Dominguez. Good play there at short. F6 if you're scoring at home. So Stelzik with a perfect inning, no runs, no hits. Nobody left through 5.5. Or through 4.5, it's Medina Valley 6. Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Truck Month is going on now at North Park Chevrolet. Get the lowest posted prices of the year, plus 0.9% APR financing for 72 months, and an additional $1,000 for accessories on every new Chevrolet truck, like a 2020 Colorado Crew Cab, posted at $24,999, or the all-new Silverado, posted at $29,999. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 6-0 in favor of the Panthers. Indians will send to the plate 5, 6, 7, Vasquez, Salazar, and Stelzik. Vasquez is 0 for 1 in the contest. She popped up in the 2nd inning to the second baseman. Bats here now in the 5th. Miller back in there for her 5th inning of work. Trista has faced 1 batter over the minimum. And that was a walk to Salazar with 2 outs in the 2nd. First pitch to Vasquez is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Miller wants Renzo to go through the signs once again. Ball high, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes again. Rosa Vasquez keeping off the Indians.
Rosa Vasquez playing right field tonight for the Indians. The 2-0 pitch. Backs her off. 3 balls and no strikes. Only 2 other batters tonight as Miller went to ball 3. And that's ball 4. 4 straight pitches for the walk. Second base runner, second walk of the ball game. That's going to bring up Angela Salazar. Salazar with no official at bats as she walked with 2 outs in the second, but was stranded at first base. Bunts it back behind the plate. Falls back into the screen. No balls and 1 strike. I know you're down by a few runs, but I really don't know why you would give out an out. Why would you give up an out?
I don't know that was actually a sacrifice. I think that was more of a late show, trying to bump for a hit maybe, because they really have not hit Tristan Miller, so they're trying to get the ball in play any way they can.
The 0-1 pitch is inside, right off the elbow.
That would be my assessment of the situation, yeah. Because she didn't square there.
1 ball and 1 strike to Salazar. Runner at first is Vasquez. Snap throw, put on the tag late. Vasquez back in, sliding. 2 balls and 1 strike now as Salazar bats with a runner at first. And the 2-1 pitch, and that's foul back in the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Salazar fouls back the pitch, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The Indians with a base runner on.
Stelzik waits on deck for the Indians. Harlandale with a runner at first with nobody out. The 2-2 pitch. Ball low, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Umpire kind of flinched there like he wanted to call that one.
Renslow tried to frame it.
Yeah,
full count pitch is a strike called. Took that pitch looking, and that's too close to take when you're down by 6 runs. 8th strikeout of the ball game now. That's going to bring up Jordan Stelzik. Stelzik is 0 for 1. Flew out, popped up to the shortstop to end inning number 2. First pitch is ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. All 3 batters Miller has faced this inning. She's thrown a ball for the first pitch where she was getting ahead in the count in the previous 4 innings. The 1-0 pitch, and that ball is lifted into the infield. Katie Burris gives chase in foul ball territory. Can't make the play. Just squeezed on it a little too quick, and it popped out of her glove.
That's one of those when you're running, it looks like it's bouncing in the air, you know, and you just got to get up on your toes and soften those feet a little bit.
Katie knows she should have had that ball, but gave it a good effort. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner still at first. And the pitch. Stelzik swings through it for strike 2. Good, just heat on power there as Miller just blew that one by Stelzik. 1 ball and 2 strikes now is the count. Prieto waits on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Just got enough of it to stay alive is Stelzik.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count remains.
Renslow looking to get the sign from the dugout. Now relays it to the pitcher. Miller delivers. Strike call. Wow, that looked high.
Sure did.
And the Harlandale fans are not happy about that. I think that might be one of the first ones the umpires missed, but that goes in the Panthers' favor. 9 strikeouts now for Miller. Big strikeout there for out 2. Prieto now the designated player at the plate. Prieto is 0 for 1. Popped up to the first baseman to start inning number 3. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Vasquez is your runner still at first. Led off with a walk, but then back-to-back strikeouts by Miller. The 1-0 pitch, and that's a ground ball to Guerrero. Guerrero with the throw over to Burris at first in time for out number 3. 5-3 if you're scoring at home for out number 3 for the Indians. No runs, no hits. 1 left on base. We're through 5. Medina Valley 6. Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it? All right. Swipe it now.
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the top of the sixth. Panthers will send to the plate 1, 2, and 3.
And we're going to go ahead and say a little word here about some more of our advertisers. You know, who can say enough about Medina Electric? I know a lot of people want to chastise the electric companies for Snowvid a couple of weeks ago, but Medina Electric has been right there with us throughout all this. Peerless Equipment, thank you to Edwin Hatcher and Peerless Equipment for sponsoring again, and turn it back over to Maury.
So Casino will lead off here for the Panthers in the sixth, as the Panthers are staked to a 6-0 lead, scored 6 runs in the fifth, or actually in the fourth, excuse me. Couple of changes as Vasquez has moved to third base for the Harlandale Indians, as Stelzick has moved to the circle for her second inning of work. Not sure who is winning to right field yet.
Victoria Prieto.
Prieto from designated players moved into right field. So those are your changes out in the field. Casino swings at a 2-0 pitch, fouls it back. Gabby is 0 for 2. A ground out, a strikeout, walked and scored a run. Stelzick ahead in the count now, 2-1 to the leadoff batter. Delivers. Casino with a ground ball to the shortstop. Dominguez over in time to Rodriguez for out number 1. 6-3 if you're scoring at home for the first out. It's the 5th ground out tonight for Panther batters. That's going to bring up Aliana Salazar for Medina Valley. Aliana is 1 for 3. Reached on an error. Grounded out to the third baseman. Singled and drove in 2 runs for the Panthers. Was stranded at third base in the fourth. Ground ball to third baseman Prieto over. Vasquez over. Long throw in time to Rodriguez. Great play by Vasquez as she moved from right field to third base, and what a rocket throw.
Sure looked like a foul ball from here. The way she gloved that, was it inside the line, Mark?
I think it was.
Well, according to the umpire was, but there, Coach Monteo's kind of questioning that as well.
Well, I think we're going to have
we're having a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter for Katie Burris here. Katie was 0 for 3, a strikeout, a pop-up to the second baseman, and a pop-up to the center fielder. You won't hear that too many times. Madison Sotelo will be the batter for Burris.
I wonder if Katie Burris is not over there warming up to come in to pitch.
We will find out.
It looks like somebody is warming up to come in and pitch.
So Sotelo will be the pinch hitter for the Panthers. She bats here with 2 outs in the 6th. Stelzick has faced the minimum amount. 5 Panthers up, 5 Panthers out. Since she's been in the circle, that ball is lifted into left field. Left fielder going back and makes the play at the fence.
Wow.
Wow, what a play by Dominguez. Going back, laying horizontal at the base of the fence for the putout. F7 if you're scoring at home, and that's a blue star right there for the left fielder for Harlandale. What a play. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Panthers. We head to the bottom of the 6th, Medina Valley 6, Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Truck Month is going on now at North Park Chevrolet. Get the lowest posted prices of the year, plus 0.9% APR financing for 72 months, and an additional $1,000 for accessories on every new Chevrolet truck, like a 2020 Colorado Crew Cab, posted at $24,999, or the all-new Silverado, posted at $29,999. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
The Panther softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet, as we head to the bottom of the 6th. The Indians will send to the plate Garza, and then the top of the order. Garza is 0 for 1, struck out in inning number 3 for the second out. Bats here now in the 6th. Miller back in there in the circle for the Panthers.
Leading off for the Indians in the bottom of the 6th inning, the catcher, Savannah Dysa.
Garza steps in. Miller toes the rubber. And the bottom of the 6th is underway. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. High fastball there by Miller. Garza just swung right through it. Garza makes the sign of the cross, steps back in. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Fired out of the strike zone, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
6-0 in favor of the Panthers. Bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 pitch. The Garza's foul back out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miller getting the ball from the dugout as that one was hit out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Garza leads off here in the 6th. High, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Garza looked like she might offer at that high pitch, but lays off. Back to the order with Valero on deck. Harlandale running out of outs. The 2-2 pitch is ball low, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Miller has allowed 2 base runners, both of them via the walk. None of them came back and hurt Miller. That pitch is ball 4.
Strike zone for ball 4. Savannah Dysa earns a base on ball.
3rd base runner of the night. 3rd walk by Miller. We go back to the top of the order. Valerie Valero at the plate. Valero is 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts. Struck out to lead off the ball game and struck out to end the 3rd. First pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Garza is the runner at first. Nobody out. Bottom 6. Lifts that one into left field. Left fielder coming in and makes the play. That's Kaylee Upton.
Kaylee Upton, the left fielder for Medina Valley. Out number 1 for the Indians.
F7 if you're scoring at home. A big out there. Panthers needed that. Miller gets the put out. I'm going to bring up Juliana Dominguez. Dominguez also is 0 for 2 strikeout victims. Strikeout in the first and led off the fourth. Now bats here in the 6th. First pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Ashlyn Rodriguez, the first baseman, waits on deck. Indians looking for their first run. That pitch is lifted foul out of play. No balls and 2 strikes now to the number 2 hitter, Dominguez. Struck out both times she's faced Miller tonight. Miller has her down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at first. And the pitch. Change up outside, a backwards Kayas. That's a strikeout looking. That's the 2nd in a row Dominguez has taken looking. That'll be the 10th strikeout of the ball game for Miller. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Ashton Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a strikeout victim, and popped up to Miller. Lifts this one into right field. Second baseman gives chase, and Casino catches it in shallow right for the putout. Fine play by Gabby. Over shoulder catch for out number 3. You're scoring at home after 4. No runs on no hits, 1 left on base. We head to the 7th. Medina Valley 6, Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Truck Month is going on now at North Park Chevrolet. Get the lowest posted prices of the year, plus 0.9% APR financing for 72 months, and an additional $1,000 for accessories on every new Chevrolet truck, like a 2020 Colorado Crew Cab, posted at $24,999, or the all-new Silverado, posted at $29,999. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the 7th. Panthers will send to the plate 4, 5, 6. Guerrero, Dominguez, and Upton. Guerrero is 2 for 3. 2 singles, and popped up to the pitcher. So a good night at the plate for Guerrero. Hadn't scored a run, hadn't driven in a run, but have produced 2 hits. Been stranded on base both times, once in the first and once in the 4th when Medina Valley scored the 6 runs. She was stranded at second base. First pitch is a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Stelzik back in there for her 3rd inning of work, and she's faced a minimum through 2. 6 up, 6 down. The 0-1 pitch to Guerrero is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Aubrey Dominguez waits on deck. Stelzik with the stare into Garza. The 1-1 pitch to Guerrero. Backs her off low in tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 to the clean-up hitter for the Panthers. And Stelzik delivers the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to first by the diving first baseman. Base hit in the opposite field single. Third base hit of the ball game for Guerrero. 8th hit of the game for the Panthers. That's going to bring up Aubrey Dominguez. Dominguez is 0 for 3. Pop up to the second baseman, reached on an error, scored the first run of the ball game for the Panthers, and then struck out in that same inning in the 4th inning for out number 2. As the Panthers batted 11 batters in the 4th with the 6 runs. So 0 for 3 with a run scored as Dominguez steps in with nobody out, runner at first. First pitch, foul back into the screen, no balls and 1 strike. Stelzik back in, gets the signal from Garza. Now set to deliver the 0-1 pitch. And it's on its way. Bunt. Prieto charging in. Vasquez throw to first in the dirt. That's going to be another error. That's the 6th error of the ball game. And Guerrero will go to third base on the throwing error. So Dominguez reaches. Second time she's reached on an error tonight. That's going to be on Vasquez.
It's actually, I don't mean to correct you, Maury, but I think that goes down as a sacrifice and an error.
To move her to third?
Yeah. Well, moved her to second base was the sacrifice. Right. The error moved her to third. And to first. So don't want to take anything away from the young lady, and it looks like Coach Mateo's trying to bunt to help get out of this game.
And a good bunt laid down there.
And that's going to be a sacrifice with an RBI.
So Upton lays down a sacrifice bunt.
And Madison Guerrero across the plate to run number 7.
Guerrero will score from third for the 7th run of the ball game. That will bring to the plate Trista Miller for the Panthers. Trista tonight is 1 for 3. A ground out, a single, scored a run, and then a fly out. The 0-1 pitch from Stelzik. Miller squares around, then pulls it back. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 7-0 is your new score. Dominguez stands at third. The 1-1 pitch is ball low. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch. That's lifted in the infield. First baseman Rodriguez on, and it goes off her glove. That's going to be an error because that was in fair ball territory. As Miller will reach on an E3. That is the 7th error of the ball game. That's going to bring up Mackenzie Kennedy. Mackenzie is 1 for 3. A single, reached on an error, drove in a run, scored a run, and then a strikeout. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And the first pitch, Kennedy swings through that pitch. No balls and 1 strike.
Kansas Kennedy batting for Medina Valley. Runners at the corners, 1 away.
Stelzick steps back in. Gets the sign from Garza. And the 0-1 pitch to Kennedy. Backs her off. Fielder's indifference as Miller moves to second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-0 is your new score in favor of the Panthers. Renslow waits on deck for Medina Valley. Upton and Miller at second and third, respectively. And the 1-1 pitch to Kennedy. Foul back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Kennedy fouls back the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count, 1 away. Panthers with runners at second and third.
Kennedy steps back in, awaiting the 1-2 pitch from Stelzick. And here it is. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 2. That's the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Harlandale pitching. That's going to bring up the catcher, Hayden Renslow. Hayden is 1 for 3. Singled in the second, but was stranded at second base, or at first base, excuse me. Reached on an error, scored a run, drove in a run, and then popped up to the shortstop. 1 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI. Lifts this one into shallow right field. It'll fall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 2 RBI on that single for Renslow. That's the 3rd run she's knocked in tonight so far in the number 9 hole. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, big help tonight from that spot. Matter of fact, the whole bottom of the lineup, Maury, they're the ones that got things rolling there in the 4th inning with that. Was it a 6-run 4th inning?
Well, Dominguez reached on an error, then Upton and Miller reached on singles.
On those bunt singles.
And then Kennedy and Renslow reached on an E6 and an E4.
Yep. So it was the bottom of the order that got things going. So
5,
they've
6,
had a good
7.
night. Absolutely. And, hey, I want to throw a shout-out, too, Maury, to Robert Villafranca, who is here, and he's doing the announcing here. And more importantly,
he's a legend in his own
importantly, he is the gentleman that operates RC Audio Sports. And you see every so often on the Medina Valley Broadcast Facebook page, we're sharing the standings and the not necessarily the predictions, but the standings and what happened, the results and stuff on those little charts. That's RC Audio Sports, and that's Robert, and he does a lot. I know it takes a lot of work to gather all that information nightly. So shout out to Robert Villafranca, and glad to finally meet him.
We head back to the top of the order. Gabby Casino at the plate. Gabby is 0 for 3, a ground out, a strikeout, a walk, scored a run, and then another ground out.
No, that's Gabby. Yep.
So the first pitch, and I'm not sure that looked good, but I didn't see what the call was. Ball 1, the scoreboard says, so I trust it. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Renslow stands at first. That ball is lifted into shallow right. Second baseman on and makes the play. That's Salazar. F4, if we're scoring at home for out number 3, but for the Panthers in that inning. 3 runs on 2 hits. 1 left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Medina Valley 9. Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
And we're going to stay here, Maury.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about some of our sponsors, and you can go ahead and tell them about Shot and Bowl again. But one thing I do want to throw out there is for all of our listeners is the Medina Valley Booster Club is going to be looking for help to work the concession stands during the spring. And they have a lot of events. They have softball games, baseball games, track meets coming up. They have, I think they have a powerlifting meet. If I'm not really sure. But if you go to mvpboosters.com, you can find the sign-up links there. And guys, they're only looking for an hour of your time. 2 hours of your time, maybe 2 hours here, 2 hours there. But if you're free and available, all the money that the Booster Club raises goes into scholarships. It all goes into scholarships. So support our Booster Club, which in turn supports the athletes of Medina Valley. Maury, go ahead with your shot and bowl.
The folks from Shot and Bowl at Decock Farms invite you out this weekend to enjoy Belgian sausage on a bun, fresh cut fries, with their home Anadolus sauce, or a Belgian waffle with strawberries, whipped cream, and a Belgian chocolate drizzle. They've got lawn games and a pretty cool playground to keep you and your kids entertained. Open Thursday through Saturday, 5 to 11 p.m. Check out SlattenBowl.com or their Facebook page to see upcoming live music and public events. If you're looking to host an event on your own, consider Shotzi's Barn and Barnyard. It's got some good old-fashioned rustic charm with lots of fresh air. They'd be honored to celebrate life's best moments with you at Slatten Bowl at Decock Farms.
What a great place. I've been out there a couple of times, and really has have the ambiance of being in an old barn, and they've dressed it up real nice, got concrete floors and a bunch of food and beverages. So bunch people come out and support Shot and Bowl at Decock Farms.
Martinez will lead off the inning with a single in the right field. First base hit of the ball game comes from their pitcher, Janelle Martinez, as she leads off here.
And we do have a new pitcher in the circle.
We have a new pitcher, Lauren Hendrickson, I believe that is. Correct?
That's who it looks like, number 21.
We will have a courtesy runner for... Well, it's not a courtesy runner anymore because he's not in the pitching spot.
That's a pinch runner.
It'll be a pinch runner. And it will bring to the plate Rosa Vasquez. As Hendrickson back in there for her first inning of work. Staked to a 9-0 lead. Gives up a leadoff single. First hit of the ball game for the Indians. Rosa Vasquez up at the plate. Rosa is 0 for 1. Popped up to the second baseman and reached on a walk. Ground back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson the second for out one, as Casino only has one play. It's going to be a fielder's choice. And that's going to be scored 1-4 for out number 1. That's going to bring up Angela Salazar. Salazar with a walk and a strikeout. Ground ball to shortstop, over to second for 1. Casino on the relay, not in time. Fielder's choice for Salazar.
Again, taking the lead runner out, force out at second. Gabby Casino covering the back.
6-4 for out number 2. Salazar to Casino.
For Angela Salazar, 2 outs.
2 outs as the Indians are down to their last at bat. Jordan Stelzick at the plate for Harlandale. Stelzick is 0 for 2. Fly out to the shortstop and a strikeout. First pitch down third base line, but foul. Hendrickson is settled down there in the circle, gave a leadoff single to start the inning, but then back-to-back ground outs on fielder's choices. Now the 0-1 pitch, and that's low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Harlandale down to their last 2 strikes, their last out, as they trail by 9 runs here in the 7th. Stelzick stares in. The 1-1 pitch is outside. Snap throw to first, not in time. Salazar back in there safely. Head first, slide back into first. Two balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Ground ball to Stir, just foul. Even the count at 2-2, I believe. Or 1-2, I'm not sure. 2 outs, runner at first is Salazar. 2 strikes on Stelzik, 2 outs. Hendrickson delivers.
Yeah.
Oh, did he call it?
He punched it out.
He punched her out.
It was a little bitty punch, though.
It wasn't a very, had any explanation to it, but it was a strikeout nevertheless for the out. 11 strikeouts for Panther pitching.
Good job not showing up the girls, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good job on that part.
For Harlandale, no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base. That's going to end it for tonight's ball game. Medina Valley 9, Harlandale 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Panthers take second game in district, 9-0. 6 big runs in the 4th inning and 3 in the 6th. Or actually in the 7th for the Panthers. Good job inside the circle by Trista Miller for Medina Valley. Panther pitching 11 strikeouts in the ball game. Only gave up 4 base runners in the whole entire ball game. Top of the 7th from the boys game. Medina Valley up 3-1 in the top of the 7th. So the Panthers are 3 outs away from winning district matchup between Medina Valley and Southwest.
That's a big one.
Big one. Panthers,
that is a big one.
After this ball game, go to 2-0. The next game will be next Tuesday. It will be a makeup game between Southwest. Game time will be 12 o'clock.
12 noon.
Jeff, are we going to be on the air? I'm not sure if I can make it.
More than likely, we'll be on the air.
Going to try to make it, depending on my regular job, if I'm off in time or not.
Talk to your boss and see if we can get you to take the day off.
We'll cross that bridge next week when it happens. But for tonight, Medina Valley with a 9-0 ball game, and tonight's player of the game, which is sponsored by Travel by Design, Tanya Stivers. If you plan for a vacation, which everybody pretty much needs one now after all of the hassle, and the governor said today that next Wednesday on the 10th we can free with our masks and everybody can be open 100%, but
I think that's a little overrated too. You're still going to have your businesses that are going to require masks. Well, and that's their right. No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service.
No, it's no shoes, no shirt, no dice. At least that's what Spicoli would say.
Yeah, right. But you know what? People are traveling.
Absolutely.
And matter of fact, my wife was up late last night booking some Disney trips and booking some Caribbean trips for this summer. So give her a call.
Player of the game tonight, sponsored by Travel by Design. Going to give it to the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Hayden Renslow. Hayden with reached base 3 times, 2 hits, an error, drove in 3 runs, scored a run.
And she was a big part of that 4th inning that got the Panthers going. It was a 0-0 game, and she came up to bat, and I think she had the first RBI of that.
Mackenzie Kennedy had the first RBI.
Kennedy had the first one, then Hayden followed along. So.
And then Renslow with 2 more RBI in the last inning.
Let's not forget, she was catching a heck of a game.
Absolutely.
She almost caught a no-hitter.
Yes.
And she did catch a couple of those last year from the same pitcher, Tristan Miller. So great job by Hayden Rinslow, and you know what? There's going to be more to come. So
Absolutely. So with that said,
they're kicking us out of here, Maury.
Yep, with that said, Panthers take this game 9-0. For Jeff Stivers, I'm Maury Stein saying good night.